Welcome to the CoinOp Cowboys, the podcast where four guys explore the absurdities of everyday life, sharing our entertaining experience and insights on a variety of topics. Hello, CoinOp-ians. This week, Chris shares a special message about focusing your goals, using the Vikings underdog win against all the odds. But why does Steven envision a world without toilets being better than a world without electricity? We'll find out. But first, Angel shares his wisdom with his word of the day, confidence, where he starts a cowboy staple of yes and. But does Steven prefer licking tentacles from the tip or the base? Oh, that's gross. Stay tuned. Anyway, drop us a line if you want your comments and mail heard on air. Our email address is coinopcowboyspod@gmail.com. That is coinopcowboyspod@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, follow, and rate us. You can find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, and Google Podcasts, anywhere you get your favorite entertainment. We release a new episode every week, so go take a listen to past episodes and get all caught up because you deserve it. Now, I'm switching over to the main stage. Ryan and Steven... they're dancing like they just don't care, and Chris is squinting per usual. Let's hop on over and join the conversation. All right. And we're recording. Don't worry about noise. I can always just remove it.
You sure about that, Angel?
Sure about that? Yeah. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on such a lovely evening, such as this one. We're going to go ahead and get things kicked off and started.
What up, Cowboys? Wranglers? Cowpoke?
Every time you say cowpoke, it makes me think of people who might stick their wiener inside cows. Cowpokers.
What?
I'm glad you and I are on the same lingo there.
I thought that was a real Angel move.
What's that game, Boulder Dash, where the one person has a little buzzer and you got to make the other person say the word? Dude, we could tag team that.
What the fuck?
All right, gentlemen, we're going to introduce you in the order you appear on the screen. And it's the most perfect order. I don't know if you're aware that it's very perfect. Just the way you guys appear on the screen. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to say your name, and then you are going to say your name. You're going to give a brief introduction, and then answer the following question. And that question is this. Describe the perfect pizza that matches your personality. Describe the perfect pizza that matches your personality. We're going to start with the first person, Ryan.
The perfect pizza to describe my personality.
Yes.
But say your name.
My name is Ryan.
And
your
welcome.
favorite cowboy. You know, what's up, Cowboys? CoinOp-ians, you're my boys and girls. I'll always here for you. No matter what you need, you reach out to me, and I got you. Rain or shine, cold or hot, wet or fire, I got you. The perfect pizza to describe my personality would be you take a bite of that pizza, and it ends world hunger, because I'm generous.
That's the stupidest answer I've ever heard in my life.
Fuck you, Steven, it's my answer.
You way overthought it, and you went full on Miss Universe with this damn thing. He's not like... You know, Ryan, if you wanted to describe you and a pizza, it's light cheese and light tomato sauce because you're boring.
Excuse me, Steven, did Angel call upon you?
Listen.
Was it your time?
You did it. I'm adding my commentary. It's what the world wants.
Your pizza, Steven, would be trash. It would always be vomiting and sniffling and sneezing because you're always sick. Be a sick pizza.
Do I sound sick right now, boy? Say it to my fucking face. Say it to my fucking face,
give it
bitch.
about 10 minutes and you'll be hacking. Oh, the cat's in here.
So would Dayquil be a topping on Steven's pizza?
No.
Maybe some Theraflu?
Listen. I'll get to my pizza. And then after I say it, you can comment. It's allowed. I'm not going to silence you like this fascist over here, Ryan. Fucking fascist.
Well, let me reset because Steven's so upset about my generosity.
I think the audience is upset.
He's greedy.
The audience is upset about your
greedy.
answer. It's stupid.
Steven is greedy. He's greedy.
Yes.
That's why your briefcase in the attic went empty because God being greedy is you're not deserving of this $1 million because you're just going to blow it on hookers and poker.
Don't throw stones.
So my perfect pizza to describe me would be a large pizza, normal cheese, pepperoni, jalapenos, and olives. You can think about why it's perfect for me. Because Steven's rude. I'm not going to explain it.
Wow.
You're robbing the
Thanks a lot.
audience of a explanation.
Whoa. And it's got to be like a medium crust. I don't like that thin crust shit.
So a
I
Neapolitan.
don't like that paper thin pizza.
Neapolitans and ice cream.
No, Neapolitan's a shitty one.
Neapolitan's a style of pizza. It's the classic
That's a
like
shit
Domino's
pizza.
type style pizza.
No, you're thinking of
No,
margarita.
Domino's isn't Neapolitan. Yeah.
You don't know pizza. I watch a lot of Barstool. I know my pizzas. Neapolitan has
Barstool.
the bigger crust on the outsides.
Is that where that guy rates the pizzas with one
Yeah.
bite?
And you used to work for a pizza shop.
Who the fuck is smashing their keyboard?
But why does he have to buy the whole pizza just to take one bite?
Just upset. No, because he wants to give money to the establishment.
It's
That's
mostly like, I'm going to rate your pizza. About 2 million people are going to see me review this. If it goes well, you're going to get a fuck ton of business. And if it goes bad, I'm sorry. You should make better pizza. I don't give a fuck. He is passionate about his pizza, and he's a pretty hard critic too. But he really likes thin and crispy, a little char on it. So like, I don't know if that's everyone's style.
I don't like thin and crispy. I like a nice medium crust in there to dip into my ranch dressing. You know.
Okay, Ryan.
All right, Ryan.
God damn it! Who is smashing that
Chris Gray.
keyboard?
I don't know why that pizza describes you, but maybe it's a mystery, just like you. You're such a mysterious person. We don't know.
I
So
am.
that pizza, why does it explain right? I don't know. It's the beauty in it.
We can't have Chris smashing this keyboard.
I love it. It's going to come through great on the podcast.
Is it that loud? Is it because my microphone is like so up or what? I'm like barely tapping this.
I don't know, but all I hear is clack, 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 clack.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much for your pizza. We'll let the audience mull that one over. Next up with their pizza personality is Chris.
All right, what up, Wranglers? You're in for a fantastic episode this evening. It's your boy Chris. Some people also call me Socrates, and we're coming to you live tonight. So, perfect pizza. First thing about perfect pizza is you keep it simple. I got 3 toppings. I got pepperoni because I like to please the masses. I got bell peppers. Because jalapenos are a little spicy. I want a little spice, not a lot of spice. Just a little right about a spice in life. And then olives to keep it classy. All served up.
Good
Doesn't
pie.
describe you.
All served up and
Can we
delivered.
describe other people in a pizza? Because these people-
Let's hear it, Steven.
Yeah.
First of all, Chris, you're more of a salami guy, and not a pepperoni guy. You're salami. It's directly correlating to nipple size. And then
Damn, dude.
second, his pizza ain't got no jalapenos. It ain't got bell peppers on it. That motherfucker ain't spicy for shit. Chris doesn't have attitude whatsoever. He don't get no spice. There aren't even a crushed red pepper on that thing. He's got Parmesan cheese all over that fucker. And lastly, to describe Chris, he's going to have a hearty Canadian bacon because he's a rugged man who likes to hunt. He hunts Canadian geese and deer, and he's not going to settle for a little bacon or ham. No farm animal. No, it's going to be a Canadian bacon, something real different.
Damn.
Well, that's your
How
pick
about
up
that?
That was
that's your
good.
pick up the Canadian bacon, Steven. It is very disappointing that Chris didn't say like thinly sliced deer meats.
Yeah, I think he missed the
Primary
opportunity
I
there.
did. That was good. That was good, Steven. If
All right.
you could describe me throughout my own life, that'd be fantastic. Maybe you could write my memoirs.
I'll be the narrator.
All right, thank you so much, Chris, for your pizza personality. Next up, we're going to go to the one and only Esteban.
Okay, so I'm going to try my best to describe myself accurately, which I feel like it's got a good dose of panic in it. So it's going to be a pizza from a very sketchy location that you're a little afraid to eat. Okay, and then this pizza, it's most likely going to give you diarrhea. So it's a very spicy, greasy pizza, lots of cheese on it, and it's got pineapple on it too because those who know me know I'm a little sweet sometimes. So,
Fucking
yeah.
sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. It has big old fat sausage on it because my big old dick.
All right.
That was so good.
Yeah, that's me in a pizza.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Deep dish, baby. Deep dish.
Yeah.
What do you think of his pizza, Ryan?
Very disappointing. Number one.
What do you want it to have poop on it?
Well, considering that the pizza is coming from you, the bottom of the pizza should be spicy because like your spicy butthole, And there should also be like grease constantly dripping out of it, like your leaky boat.
How do you? I want to know how to get the bottom spicy. What would you do to make the bottom of the pizza spicy?
I mean, before I made it, I would just rub the pizza with like a spicy olive oil, you know?
Okay, respect. I feel like Ryan's is a good. It's a good representation of me.
It's good.
But overall, it's a pretty good pizza, right, guys? It's a pretty good pizza.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Centered around your asshole. All right. All right, guys. I'll round it out with, it's my favorite pizza. It's a cheese with extra cheese. Yeah.
Okay.
Is you colony?
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Because he's not lactose intolerant.
Yeah. I don't shit when I eat cheese. And
I don't shit either. I get constipated for weeks.
Boom.
Hey,
I don't get that problem either.
How would you feel about the extra cheese being nacho cheese poured over your pizza?
That sounds disgusting.
Wasn't talking to you, Ryan.
Pipe down. No. Yeah,
My
nacho cheese
pizza would
sounds
have
really good.
Tootsie Rolls and Junior Mints on it.
Stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna grab more water while you spin this fucking wheel.
Nice. Wait, I got a bone to pick.
I got stuff to say too.
Yeah, the masses need to hear it.
We got to wait for him to come back.
Are we done talking about pizza?
Yeah, we're done talking about pizza. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. I guess we're moving on to bones.
Well, before we pick some bones, I have a listener comment.
What?
Yes,
Ooh, good feedback.
I met a CoinOp-ian in person a few days ago. One of our female listeners, you know how we respect our female listeners, and they rated our audio quality, Angel,
Oh,
by Cowboy.
how did it go?
They told us who has the best audio,
This guy.
who has good audio, and who has bad audio. Now, Angel, you were rated as having by far the best audio on the podcast.
Thank you so much.
By far.
Thank you. Thank you, listener. Thank you, Ryan.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I was told that Steven and myself have equal audio qualities. Very respectable, is good audio quality, but not as good as Angel's. And then I was told that Chris has dog shit audio quality.
Oh shit!
For some reason, Angels is just crystal fucking clear, and everybody else on the podcast sounds like they're in a fucking tin can. I think he's sabotaging us.
Must be.
But they asked if Chris could please get a real microphone.
Solid. Now, in my defense, was that did they say was that from the earlier episodes or the recent episodes? Because I know
It's from the recent episode. She just started listening.
they're still bad.
And she was on the latest episode. She said your audio is shit.
Oh no, I'm doing a disservice to all the CoinOp-ians out there. All right, hold on, Amazon right now.
Ooh, that's right. Oh my god. Well, I appreciate the feedback. We're always
accurate.
open to feedback, and yeah, very good. All I heard is I have the best audio, and that sounds right.
That's right. Appreciate listener feedback, all of you.
Every
Reach
single
out.
time. Yeah. Keep sending those emails to insert email here.
So I got a question out there. Who all knows what Festivus is?
Festivus for the rest of us.
That's right. It's funny. I've only found out what Festivus was like 3 years ago. But as I go through life, I'm realizing less and less people know what it is. And I'm curious, is it something, do you think, would do the world better or worse?
I think ultimately it would do the world worse because everyone would just get butthurt.
Yeah, people can't handle a non-constructive feedback.
I think you're right at first, but I think over time it would just become normal, and they would get used to it.
Yeah.
I think it's socially unacceptable for people to get feedback because their ego's in the way. I like the idea. I just found out about it like 2 days ago, and I'm on board.
Yeah, I've never watched the episode. I've only heard about it on Seinfeld. But
I think there's multiple episodes with Festivus.
Really? There's more than one?
I believe so.
Nice.
I believe it's a reoccurring thing.
But I do have a bone to pick with a certain cowboy.
Oh,
Which one's it this time?
So it's gonna be a certain cowboy that tried to torpedo the Fantasy Football League. Do. So
It's gotta be Steven.
So we have Ryan here. Came up with this great idea to invite his brother to join his fantasy football team.
Yeah, great. Going well.
And for those who don't know out there, his brother is the original 49ers fan. There is no one more dedicated, more red-blooded individual than this man.
He's also very old, so he's probably born on the same day that the 49ers were founded.
Makes sense. I can see it.
Not even a football team. Like, the 49ers are digging for gold.
Ah, yes. The old Californians, huh? So during the draft, Ryan couldn't make it. So he put it in his brother's hands and said, hey, you got to draft the people, and here's my list of people I want you to draft.
Yes. I did give him a select few that I requested. I got none of them.
Do you want to list? Can you list those few that you selected or requested?
No, it's secret.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but the season's already underway. So my thought was I wanted to hear if they were good picks. Like maybe if he did pick them, they would have worked out well, or maybe they were terrible picks and he saved you a bullet there.
I think one of them was Goff.
Goff? No.
One of them was Goff. One of them was a player that Steven was whispering about. I was like, hey, pick this one because I know Steven really wants him.
Calvin Ridley?
No, I don't remember who it was.
I think you were...
I have Calvin Ridley. Who was it?
I think Ryan was requesting Amon-Ra St. Brown, the wide receiver.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I did want him, yeah.
Wait, did I say that right? Amon St. Brown? Yeah. Yeah. So
You actually said his name.
I know. So I am equally surprised. So that one, I think in your defense, he's like a top 8 wide receiver right now. So that actually would have been fantastic to get some talent like that on your team. But for all the listeners out there, can you imagine which people were prioritized and drafted onto Ryan's team?
Oh, all 49ers, baby.
As many 49ers as they could get their hands on. And Ryan, would you say...
What?
Would you say...
What happens when they go on bye? On a bye week?
They lose.
What are you doing?
Which just
we
happened.
lost last week.
They just...
Yeah.
They just yeah.
That's retarded.
So, Ryan, would you say there was a certain controversial 49ers player that was drafted onto your team?
Was it McCaffrey?
Nope. He's not controversial. He is a demigod among men.
Oh, piece of shit Purdy? Overrated Purdy?
Oh, the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Overrated quarterback. And Ryan has spoken before and after that it was a terrible idea. But you know, his brother said, look, Purdy's going to be on our team or this ain't going to be a team anymore. So, a few weeks back, Ryan had this fantastic idea. This was, so the 49ers were winning back-to-back. They were like four wins in a row. And then they got handed the most miserable-looking loss to a backup quarterback on the Cleveland Browns. And as Ryan's brother was calling an Uber to take him to the Golden Gate Bridge so he could jump off, Ryan had this fantastic idea and traded away his beloved Brock Purdy quarterback for garbage. I mean, who did you trade for?
It was for Goff.
It was for Goff! So the group chat explodes with uproar, and his brother looks at it and freaks out, comes unglued, veins popping out, sweating, seething, and he says, who wants McCaffrey? Send me a kicker, I'll send it to you. And he marches down a road of dismantling the team. And it all started because Ryan couldn't handle it. He said, I need this guy off my team regardless. I think he wanted to do a power move to let his brother know who was running the show.
Oh, no, it was purely just a troll.
We find out after the fact that he sent a trade and another team member had photoshopped it to look like both had approved it when they had not. But for a solid 30 minutes, there was absolute chaos in the league.
It was worth the price of admission for the Fantasy Football League alone.
It was. I'm glad we could all laugh about it afterwards, but at the time, your brother looked like he was going to lose it. He was going to take 2 trips to the Golden Gate Bridge.
But the irony is, Goff has been doing much better than Purdy in terms of fantasy.
That is true. You know,
so everyone was talking about how shitty of a trade it would have been for us, but in reality, it would have been a great thing.
That's right. That's right. And actually, did he get dropped from your team yet? He's pretty close to getting dropped. Yeah.
No, but he has
Rode the
qualified bench for our rule to be benched.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So that was it.
So I am pushing for that.
Is your number one rule being tied for last place because you suck ass?
Fuck you.
I smell Twinkies in your future, Brian.
I didn't do any Twinkies. I didn't make the Twinkie bet.
Ah, you share the Twinkie burden.
No, I did not. He made that Twinkie bet all his own.
Oh, your teammates.
That's funny, but that sounds like a bit of an overreaction just to start trading quarterbacks.
Oh,
with kickers.
yeah. Oh yeah, I texted his wife. I'm like, "How mad is he?" And he's like, oh.
Angel, you don't understand. This is like Ryan gave his puppy away. Just came back and said, "Hey, you know that thing that you picked up and you loved for all these years? Yeah, it's gone. It's at 7-Eleven right now."
So he was going full rage mode without ever opening the app to confirm that this was even a reality.
Yes.
So I had to text him. I'm like, "Have you checked the app?" He says, "No, I'm fucking pissed." I'm like, "Check the app."
I respect a good troll.
When Steven was in Italy, just being bougie and staying out of all the fun.
I didn't even know that happened. Such a big time difference.
All right, thank you so much, Chris, for your bone. Wait, your bone is with Ryan?
Yeah, it was. I had a bone with Ryan originally because the Christian McCaffrey was about to get traded to another team for garbage, and the rest of the team was, and I was about to be a sudden loser because I wasn't the guy who got the quick trade in.
Roger Dodger.
Yeah, so I was real upset with Ryan, and then when I found out it was a joke, I was like, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Because you did send in a trade request.
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for your bone. I understand that, Ryan, you have a bone as well.
Ooh.
Do I have a bone? I don't think I have a bone.
Oh, you said you did.
No. He
Did I?
He said his thing first. The feedback from fellow CoinOp-ian about our microphones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was paying attention. I was listening.
I'm bone free today.
Very cool. Happy to hear it.
So I guess that would mean, so I could keep this headset. I just need to get an actual microphone and be good to go.
Yeah, you see my headset? Does it look familiar?
It looks exactly like mine. You just pulled out
It is exactly like
Is
yours,
it
yeah.
exactly? Nice.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. It's for the fans.
Yeah. Sure makes a good mic.
So, I mean, what kind of dollars are we talking about? Like, what's a good budget here? $30? $30 good?
35.
35. Got it. We got to go with the $400 one.
That's what.
You'll sound extra crisp.
Dude.
That'd be a great investment, Chris.
I like it. I like sounding extra crisp. That's a good extra to be.
All right.
Hey, Angel,
What?
I got a quick comment to make before we move on.
Oh shit. What?
Do you realize? Look at your computer screen. Are you looking?
Yeah.
You realize on your computer screen right now, you're looking at not one but two pumpkin carving champions.
No way.
That's right.
Who?
Oh,
that's right. I wasn't able to make it. Well, who are those winners, Ryan?
Steven.
I was.
Oh, okay.
And the world's favorite CoinOp Cowboy. This guy right here.
Oh wow.
that's right, dude. We had a pair of victors over here. Do you want to describe? Do you guys want to describe what you carved?
Describe it slowly.
Oh yes, mine was inspired by the horror icon Ghost Face.
That's what that was.
From
I
Scream.
carved a big old kitty cat grinning, and I was preying on everybody's love for kitty cats, and it worked.
Great.
Works every time.
Oh, very good. Congratulations, guys. It's very exciting. I saw some pictures. I didn't understand if the 3 towered or the single was first place or third place. But it seems like Ryan, you were first.
I was technically like 4th place,
Oh,
but
okay.
Steven was the one who came out on top.
There you go.
but the others, I think Chris won, but he's the hosting the event.
So Steven straight up got first place. I did not beat him. Mine came in second, so he skipped over me. And then I thought Ryan's was third, or one more after that, one of the two.
Did Tanya have a pumpkin?
She did. Yeah, you're right. I think it was you or her were competing for third.
So by default.
Yeah, but
I won a
Ryan
trophy.
did go home with a trophy, and other people did not. So take that as you will.
Add it to the pile. Very cool, guys. Very cool. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it. And looks like, or it sounds like I missed a really fun party. So congratulations, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and share the wheel.
Yeah, spin your
By the
fucking
way,
wheel.
before the wheel,
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
it's related to the pumpkins. It's not juicy goss, poop story, or bone.
I hope you pooped in the pumpkin.
Chris's was technically better than everybody else's.
Yours was the really detailed one, right, Chris?
The scarecrow.
Yeah, but like I said, like I said to Chris, it lacked charm. It was very, like, commercial. People don't like that. People want to see the wonky jack-o'-lantern, bro.
Steven is 100% correct. I realized it's actually the very first year we ever had the pumpkin carving contest. I freehanded it just like a spooky face, and I got dead last, like 0 votes. Like I probably could have got negative votes, and I was so like disappointed because I was like, man, that was a good one. I thought I thought I did really well, and after that, I say, you know what? Never again. Never again. So from there on out, I said, I'm going to research my audience. I'm going to get a good stencil. I'm going to go for there. The very next year, Game of Thrones was hot and heavy, and I bought a stencil for the Night King.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And it was the most glorious jack-o'-lantern I had ever scored. I got all the points. There wasn't even a second place.
You purchased the stencil?
Yeah, for $2.
You couldn't just download a stencil from the internet?
On Pinterest.
Maybe I could have. I didn't look super hard, but the one I found, it was $2, and it was like a really clean, easy one. I don't know. It worked out. I got first place, so it didn't matter. Actually, I got it like right here. Yeah, baby.
Hey!
Wow.
Ah, it lights up. That's so cool. Very good. So you're wearing Sony headsets, huh?
I like how the color change. It makes Steven's ears look cool.
Right.
Yeah, these are Sony's right here.
Oh, pretty cool. Really fancy. Yeah. Where's the razor?
They died.
What?
Like, as soon as we started, it said, battery low. And it went, pew!
I was, this whole time I was starting, I was like, why does Ryan look different? Actually, you started with a different it's a different headset, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and share that wheel.
Spin your fucking wheel.
Here we go. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, baby.
And
let's go.
Spinning. Who's it going to be?
It's going to be fucking Chris.
It is. Chris. It's Chris.
Oh, Angel.
It's your favorite cowboy.
What's it going to be this time, Steven? It's going to be...
gaslighting.
Gas cans.
Gaslight.
That's funny. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Well, I do have one word to kick my topic off, Ryan. You want to give that another try? What word that is?
It's going to be... emotional damage.
Supremacy. Supremacy.
No. You're going with supremacy?
Dyslexia?
Okay.
Yeah, supremacy.
Business ethics.
What? Ethics?
Business ethics.
Crude oil expansion of the 1945 embargo.
No. All wrong.
How to get rich quick.
All wrong.
Gas tax.
Rich dad, gay dad.
This doesn't involve you, Stephen.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just try to conjure a picture in your mind of the word, okay? So go ahead and close your eyes.
Conjure.
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 Conjure. All right.
Ganja.
Picture this. You're at an abandoned beach. You're not sure how you arrived, but there you are. The sun is starting to set. The cool evening breeze hits you from behind and provides respite from the day's sun. You close your eyes and welcome the chill. You have no care in the world, and a surge of excitement rushes to the face. And you burst into a smile. You can't help it. As you look around, you see Angel, watching his old friend setting into the Pacific. He looks over at you, and his piercing, blue-eyed gaze disarms you, causing you to collapse. You see him walking towards you. Butterflies begin fluttering faster, and the welling excitement starts again. He stops several feet from where you collapsed on the ground. And you know what? He offers his hand to help you up. It's warm and firm to the touch. You feel a sense of security and start to realize how breathable you start to feel. And as he pulls you in close, the pleasant smell of teak wood and mahogany begins to fill your mind. He pulls your head close to his mouth, and you feel his lips tickle the edges of your ear. And with a warm, musical tone, he whispers, "The word for today is confidence."
Oh, I thought you were going to say the word for today was homosexual.
Yeah, pretty gay. No, I'm not talking about squirrely idiot working up the courage to ask his head cheerleader out on a date, or I'm not talking about the confidence you need to march into your boss's office to demand compensation for the value you bring to the company, or even the liquid kind. No, sir, I'm talking about the confidence to be yourself and act a fool. You see, fellow cowboys and listeners, I, for the longest time, felt like I had to please others in order for them to like me, be somebody else. I would stifle certain behaviors because I assumed I wouldn't fit in. I was afraid of being judged and ridiculed, being called a weirdo or a fool. And as an adult, I know now, those people didn't recognize my vision. I strive to solve problems through innovation in my everyday life. I have found I have a solid sense of intuition for what works, especially in technology. But we're not here to talk about my genius. No. Today, I present an exercise that will involve each of you. I find this exercise to be helpful when trying to think outside the box. It gets the creative juices flowing, if you will. It's a game you may have heard of, guys. It's called Yes and. This is where two or more people begin a dialogue, and whatever one person says, the other person must agree and add to the conversation. Now, keep in mind, it does not have to be reality. You're going to pretend to be someone else, and I'll provide that scenario. And we'll go for a few minutes and see where it goes. So, listeners, the boys have no idea what this is happening, and I'm looking at them right now. Some of them look really annoyed. And that's kind of the point of the exercise. There's
Some of us are fucking carving wood over there, Chris.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Looking for a pen.
Jesus Christ, ASMR.
You can't type because it's too loud. So you're looking for a pen.
The loudest human being on the planet.
Dude, I turned my gain down and I was like, I haven't typed in a while. Let me crank it back up. And apparently you can hear my thoughts.
Yeah. Go ahead, Angel.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So again, there's no right or wrong answer. There is just an answer. All you have to do is accept the sentence the other person gives you and add to that conversation. Are there any questions?
Is it just like, for example, Steven's going to say, "Hey, Chris, how's your day?" And I'm going to say, "I went to the grocery store." You just continue the conversation? Doesn't have to be a question.
Yes.
Got it.
It doesn't have to be a question, but you do need to agree. Whatever it is, even if during the conversation they switch it up and it's technically wrong. Like, for example, you were in Italy and then all of a sudden now you're in Spain. Doesn't matter. Agree.
But I have to go with it. Got it.
Go with it and then accept it. Accept it and then add to it. So to kind of...
How's the order?
We're going to go random. And I've already chosen random, so it's random to you guys. But, I've thought of this already. And I'm going to kick it off with the one person I know will do an excellent job. Now, I see all of you look very nervous. Very nervous. Steven.
Yes.
You and I are going to have a conversation. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. We're going to start with, you and I should definitely buy this old abandoned theater. And we're going to start our own ad agency.
Yes, but before we do that, I think it's very important that Ryan gets on board with this as well.
I'm very on board with this ad agency, and I already have the perfect client that only serves the spiciest, juiciest, and plumpest sausages in the United States of America. I believe Chris really enjoys those sausages as well.
Some people call me the Sausage King of Chicago.
Wow. The Sausage King of Chicago. So you rule like center of America, right? You rule center continent? Do you rule over calzones as well?
I rule on everything in between.
In between what?
Atlantic coast and Pacific coast.
Guys, I agree that it's important that Chris likes sausage. And I also agree that it's important that we're based out of Chicago. Ryan, appreciate the fact that you are bringing in our first client. But now I think it's important that we hire some talent to market our business. Angel, don't you think some dancing penguins and topless trans women would be a beautiful start to our woke marketing scheme?
Yeah, I think I saw them down the road. It's the ones with the big fat tits, right?
Yes.
I think Ryan was pointing them out this morning on his way to go get some beer. You're muted!
When I was getting beer, I was talking to the cashier, and he said, I really like the way you describe these sausages. You should start an advertising company. I said, geez, boy, I've already started that. Thank you for reaffirming my decisions in life. Chris, are you confident in our decision to market the sausage?
I know this sausage is going to be marketed so well because we have a committee of winners. Do you know what it feels like to be a winner, Ryan?
Yeah, I will always win the Oscar Mayer Wiener Awards because I'm a pure winner.
That's right. Absolutely.
Now, the key to me winning are my haircuts. So, Angel, I really need you to go and visit my local Fantastic Sam because your hair needs work.
Yes, I agree, absolutely. And I think I should grow it. I should have them put extensions in so I can get a mullet, just like Steven's. I really approve of Steven's mullet. Steven, you have the best mullet.
Yeah, I really drew inspiration from that time in the 80s when you were smoking a bunch of weed in Jamaica and you had that mullet made out of dreadlocks. It was a little stinky, kind of like Chris Gray's butthole. We all agree Chris Gray's butthole is very stinky. His farts are bested by none other. Ryan,
I thought we
agreed.
agreed.
You might know a little bit about his butthole since you've been inside of it so long.
We agreed not to talk about his butthole anymore, Steven. He's very sensitive about that because it's always leaking. There's always little brown spots on the bottom of his pants. So we agreed just not to bring it up anymore. Chris, are you still bothered by your leaky butthole?
Guys, I will put this to rest. The concept is sometimes I have a leaky butthole, but that is the byproduct of great marketable sausages. Am I right, Angel?
That's right. You've got those little brown spots that look like little sausage bits that you put on pizza. And that's the perfect campaign for sausage. Absolutely. And that's time.
Are we playing the game right?
We are playing the game absolutely correct. Very good. Very good. All right, I got another one for you guys. That was very good. The other one is, and we're going to start with Chris. Chris, this is for you. Your yes and is, let's adopt 10 dogs and train them to be a doggy dance troupe.
Guys, I got this idea. There's all these dogs in the world, and they're doing nothing. They're sitting around, chasing dogs, chasing tennis balls, doing whatever, getting into trouble. We should put them to work. And their work should make money for us for not doing work. The first thing we need to do is find dogs and teach them kinetic abilities so we can talk to them. Steven, how do we do it?
Great. So I know a great kinetic dog trainer down in Tallahassee. And he takes payment with Bitcoin. And if you're willing to go talk to him, I'll charter a private helicopter to take you over the swamplands and drop you down into his body.
How much Bitcoin do we have on hand? Physically.
I believe Ryan is the one that is holding our Bitcoin.
I do have all the Bitcoin. We have about $10 worth of Bitcoin, which if we do right, we could sell to some stupid person for a couple $1,000s. The problem is I'm not allowed in Tallahassee. I'm wanted there because one time I pooped in a shower there and they found me. So, Angel,
right. So
how can you get me into Tallahassee?
Yeah. Here's what we're going to do, friend. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to change your name and we're going to change your appearance. You're going to be one of those Colorado trans women with big tits, okay? And you're going to sneak in there and you're going to swindle the chief of police. And that's how you're going to get in. That's how you're going to get in.
Man, are you talking about the ones in that penguin dancing ad for that sausage company out of Chicago?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm
Yeah,
talking
those
about the
ones
big
were
dick
hot.
boys.
Do you know the Sausage King of Chicago?
Right.
I heard he has brown stuff on his pants. Ate too much sausage.
I have also heard that. Great marketing campaign, though.
I think this is a good plan to get me into Tallahassee, Angel. I really respect that. Now, I only want the finest dogs. They need to have the finest fur, about like real curly, but still soft. Where can we get these dogs, Chris?
Well, you are right. Curly, soft dogs. Way more excitable than the non-curly, soft kind. So I'm thinking we should go where all great dogs live, and that would be Mexico. Do we have any contacts in Mexico, Angel?
Absolutely. We have Jose Cortez and Cortez Jose. They run Jose Cortez Jose Dog Aficionado.
Are they brothers?
No, they're not related. But they are cousins, which technically makes them related. So yes, they are related.
You know, I feel like there's a marketing opportunity in there. We should probably let them know that we know a good marketing team.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's time.
So
Go ahead. Steven, were you going to add to it?
nothing.
No, go ahead.
No,
if
He
it's
just pooped
fucking...
his pants.
Did you
I was
really?
just yeah.
If it's stupid, I can
good.
cut it out.
No, I forgot.
Is that a Tootsie Roll?
No,
Good.
Is that a cough drop? Are you sick?
no,
It's a cough drop. He's fucking sick again.
no. I'm not. I was sick last week.
All right. No, very good. And this one will go for a little longer because I realize they're kind of short. I had it for like 3 minutes. Yeah, we were going for 3 minutes on both, and this will be the last one.
There's a third one?
There's a third, and it'll be the final.
Now that we're all warmed up.
Now that you're all warmed up, I need you at the top of your game. So, okay, gentlemen, here's your scenario. And we're going to start with... I started with Steven, and then Chris. We're going to start with Ryan. Ryan,
Yes.
let's write a book about our adventures, but as if they happened in a parallel universe.
Sounds like a great idea, Angel. Now, if I was to write about myself in a parallel universe, I think I would still live in California. I'd still be in sales. I'd still be with my lady. I'd still live in Huntington Beach. I believe in a parallel universe, everything would still be exactly the same, ironically. What about you, Steven?
Yeah, yeah, this is a great idea, guys. But do you think it's an appropriate conversation to have during a rape trial? I think the more important thing here is: did Ryan sodomize Christopher with his sausage from Chicago? I mean, the evidence is all there. There was brown spots on the pants. There was blood on the floor.
You know,
Angel, is the evidence lacking?
Steven, we're not supposed to talk about it in the crowded train station. Okay? We're limited by confidentiality of the court. But I agree. I agree. Absolutely. I think it's a very sticky case with honey and mustard and ranch. A lot of ranch. There was a lot of ranch, wasn't there, Chris?
There was. You know, it was weird. Ryan and I were talking about great ideas. It started with, let's get some sausage and cook that up with some tasty bits on there, and it was fantastic. But then we started talking about other great ideas, like when you trade away Tyreek Hill for absolute garbage like Kirk Cousins. And Ryan was like, it was a fantastic idea. But the thing was, everyone agreed. It was so good. And then we said we should come up with a third great idea. And the next thing we know, Ryan and I started getting down. It was real smooth. Does that sound about right, Ryan?
That's right. And the ranch dressing cleans up stains. It's the number one stain remover in the country. Didn't you know that?
It's on sale also.
It's always on sale.
This is so stupid.
The finest store-bought ranch dressing is Ken's ranch dressing. What's your preferred one, Steven?
I agree that Ken's Ranch is second to none in the bottled aisle. But to be honest with you, Ryan, after trying homemade ranch, I don't think I can fuck with bottle ranch anymore. Have you ever tried homemade ranch, Chris? And why is it the number one?
Oh boy, it is the most darn tootin' down home, southern living, country folk love it all the time. You know what goes really great? So you have all those folks that go down the cereal aisle and they see all these different cereals, Fruity Pebbles, Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, but they have it all wrong. You want to know what the proper cereal is? Fritos and ranch dressing. I was eating it. Angel was eating it. He was enjoying it. He was telling me about it. Angel, how did you come to the conclusion that that was a proper balanced breakfast?
When you start eating it in the proper way, for thousands and thousands of years, a lot of people used to use the mouth. But if you use the urethra, start shoving food in your urethra, it digests much better. It's absorbed by the body quicker. And you start to, grow tentacles like our neighbors. Now, my tentacles aren't the biggest, They're kind of floppy and thin and weird, but Ryan, I hear your tentacles are nice and firm and hard.
Yes,
and long.
yes, I work them out on the daily and make sure they're flexible, and they also got girth to them. You really need the trick to tentacles is girth, Everybody loves a girthy tentacle.
What is your
Right,
workout?
Chris?
What is your workout routine for such a girthy tentacle that everyone loves?
Well, I grabbed that machine, the leg machine where you push the bar up with your leg. Mm-hmm. I wrap my tentacles around that and use it like it's doing curls with the tentacles.
Right. So I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to be correct on this, but after you build substantial girth, you can actually hang a weight from your tentacle and stretch it out over a course of a week and elongate it. So not only do you have a girthy, hard tentacle, but you have the length to hit all the spots that you want to hit. Is that true, right?
You're correct, Steven, but you're missing one key ingredient to this tentacle conditioning. You have at the end of your exercise, you have to go into the sauna, and you have to touch tentacles with the other men.
Right.
Because then they absorb nutrients through each other. It's like osmosis. So you really got to touch tentacles. Do you touch your tentacles, Chris, with other tentacles?
It's funny when you say, do I touch tentacles? Yes, but your guys' conversation sounds like you only have one tentacle. I mean, I have 14. How many tentacles do you have?
I have 2 girthy tentacles. It's all about the girth, not the number of tentacles, Chris. That's where you're wrong. You should
I
have
really
stopped.
like to focus on one, I feel like you get 8, 10, 14 tentacles. You start losing track and you're not really getting the most bang. You have the one. Get the one tentacle. You really focus on the sensations around every square inch of that tentacle. You really massage it and you really take care of it. It's just my preferred method. But man, I am just so happy for you, Chris. Your 14 tentacles sounds so good. Angel, when you lick tentacles, well, you start at the base or you start at the tip and work your way down?
That's a good question. All the feeling is under where the suction cups are. So you have to start at the base where the bigger ones are, and you get to the tip of them. Now, my favorite kind of tentacles are when 4 of them, actually, you get them twisted in a corkscrew. You get the most surface area to volume ratio, and it's known to improve your sleep after having a good licking because of the toxins that are released. Absolutely. Good question, Stephen. Now, let me ask you, how do you lick your tentacles?
Well, seeing as though my ribs and cartilage have been removed in order to make room for more tentacles, I am able to contort my body in such a way that I am able to engulf every last tentacle into my soupy mouth, where my toxic saliva breaks down the enzymes that are secreted from such suction cups. And then I like to swallow it. And I do it all on video for my OnlyFans account that I know Chris Gray and Ryan are subscribed to for $39.99 a month.
But it's purely for research. Because I need to know how I can make my OnlyFans account, but I'm going to charge $79.99 because my tentacles are a premium product.
True. That's why I got in on the ground floor, because I knew bigger and better tentacles are coming, and I got to make my money before I get outshined.
Have you ever thought of starting a OnlyFans Tentacles corporate enterprise, like a competing website for OnlyFans? Could we call it Only Tentacles and Nice Feet?
That sounds like a great idea, Chris, but I knew this guy Angel has great marketing ideas. We should talk to him.
Yeah, actually,
He's
I
the
can
king
get
of marketing sausage.
That's I know the king of sausage over in Colorado. No, I can get you into a dog person, dog breeder named Jose Cortez Jose. Not related, but they are related, but they're not. And they can help you out if you want to market your OnlyFans.
Only Tentacles.
Only Tentacles. Oh,
yeah.
You want to go to Panama. You want to go to Panama where Julio is. Julio, the tentacle queen.
There's less regulations.
Much less, especially through that canal. Mm-hmm. That's where the loophole is.
Right.
And time. I think you guys did very well. I like the twist you gave, Stephen, and your thoughts were very clear, Ryan and Chris. That was very good.
Man, I feel like Steven was on point pitching random ideas in different directions. Just like, okay, we're going to go in this direction now, everybody. And just kind of, okay, here you go. Have fun with that. It was good. Good job, Steven.
Yeah. Went to
Something I heard about improv was that you always, the prompt is to always agree and move forward with it. But I heard that's like the golden rule of improv is to never shut down someone's idea.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't lead to like good imagination or good like thought building at all. Like, it's always good to agree and like embrace the idea.
When I was in high school, I was actually on a comedy sports team that was improv. Go figure. And I did that for a year or two, and it was just we would watch Whose Line Is It Anyway, and then we'd kind of like try some skits and stuff. And my personal favorite was one called New Choice. So you would just have people carrying out a scene, and whenever they said, "Okay, all right, let's reach into the bag and grab the hammer," the director person, whatever the host, he would go, "New choice," and you'd say, I reach into the bag and I grab a screwdriver. New choice. I reach into the grab and I pull out a flaming sword of truthfulness, and then he stops, and that's the one you're in with.
There you go. Yeah, and that's a very good exercise, and you're absolutely right, Steven. I fooled you. Ha! Got you to do an improv exercise. That was the whole thing. But it's all about being confident in yourself and just saying exactly what's on your mind and not being afraid of being judged.
Right. Because nobody was... I don't think anybody was fooled that was an improv exercise.
I think they were.
There was nothing that the alternate universe where there was a good trade for Tyreek Hill.
I believe that Jalen Waddle has outperformed Tyreek Hill since that trade. So just to shit on our faces.
All right. Well, that's all I got to say about that.
All I got to say about that.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much for participating. We're going to go ahead and pick up that picker wheel.
Spin your fucking wheel.
Oh, yes, sir. Say it slower.
It's going to be Chris. It's always Chris.
It's always Christopher.
There we go. It's spinning.
Yeah, baby. Here we
What
go.
the fuck?
All right, Wranglers.
All right.
You are in for a treat, because tonight we are going to talk about another episode of Decisions Are Made.
Whoa.
Hey, Cowboys, have you guys ever made a tough decision?
Every Thursday.
Yeah.
Taco Bell or
I think he's referring to doing the podcast.
So, have you guys ever had a situation where you had to make multiple quick decisions in a row? Would you say, are you a quick decision maker or a not so quick decision maker?
Pretty good at quick decisions.
I'm very good at quick decisions under immense amount of pressure.
Nice. Who of the Cowboys do you think can make the quickest decisions?
Ryan.
I would agree with Ryan.
I think so too. So let's put it to the test.
Oh.
So
let's fucking go.
What I have here in my hand is a what if quiz. Now, the trick here that I think is going to work beautifully is actually we're going to do it with each one of the Cowboys. What we're going to do is I'm going to select one of the Cowboys. We are going to do this quick quiz. You're going to be presented with two options, and you need to pick one. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to do each Cowboy individually, and I think the other two Cowboys, like, turn your headset off for the moment because I'm going to use the same questions. But I'm going to say you want to answer the questions truthfully, the one that you truly like. But the other half is you will get bonus points because I'm going to be timing to see who can answer all their questions the fastest. All right? All right?
What'd you say I turned my headset off? I thought you told me to turn my headset off.
Oh, gotcha. Did you hear anything?
Nope.
All right, cool. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to do Angel first. I got 10 questions here in front of me, Angel. So here in a minute, the other Cowboys are going to hop off. And what's going to happen is I'm going to let you know when we say go. I'm going to start the timer. We're going to run through these 10. And then other Cowboys, I'm going to go ahead and wave to you so you know to come back on. We're going to do Angel, Ryan, Steven as you appear on my screen. Angel, Ryan, Steven. All right, let's do this, Angel. Let me go ahead and share my stopwatch, which is right here. Share. Okay, Angel, are you ready?
I can see your screen.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Is it?
Oh, okay, it's just a timer.
Yeah, just the timer, right? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so Angel, so the way this is going to work is I'm going to try and read these as absolute fast as possible because I'm trying to help you beat the timer. Okay, so we're gonna race through it, and you just boom, boom, boom. There's about 10 of them, and we'll get to the end. Okay, you ready?
I only make right decisions. Let's go.
All right, that sounds good. All right, here we go. We'll go ahead and hit start when I get the first question out. All right, would you rather fly or be invisible?
Fly. Excuse me, I burped. Fly.
Okay. Would you rather have a personal robot assistant or a talking animal companion?
Talking robot.
Okay. Live without plumbing or live without electricity?
Live without electricity.
World without war or war without poverty?
World without
war or world without poverty?
war.
War. Talk to your past self or your future self?
Future self.
1 million now or 500 per day for 20 years?
Now, baby.
Okay. World without internet or world without sex?
World without, oh God, the internet.
Yeah, world without the internet. 1 night in a real haunted house or 1 week alone in the woods?
1 week alone. One day in a haunted house.
Okay. Be the person in the world. Be the only person in the world or get bullied every single day?
Be bullied every single day.
Okay. And be blind or deaf?
Deaf. I'm already deaf, so I'll take
Boom.
that.
Deaf. All right.
Win.
Good work, Angel. That was it. That was it. 1 minute, 5 seconds.
He said I got them all right.
Solid. All right, let me glance at it. Okay, we got Ryan on. Fantastic, Ryan.
Hello.
So, Ryan, you can hear me?
Hello.
Ryan, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Fantastic. Okay, so Ryan, so what I'm going to do is we got 10 questions here. We're going to run through them. It's 2 options, this or that. And I'm going to read them as quickly as possible to help you on the time. I'm going to reset here. We're still sharing. That's great. I'm going to start the timer when I get the first question out. You ready?
So I say this or that?
Yeah. So I'm going to say like apples or oranges, and then you would say what?
Okay.
All right? Okay, Here we go. You ready?
Well, Steven's coming back.
Oh, I signaled him. No, he's good. Okay, here we go. Okay, you ready? All right. Would you rather fly or be invisible?
Fly.
Okay. Would you like a personal robot assistant or a talking animal companion?
Talking animal companion.
Okay. Live without plumbing or live without electricity?
Without plumbing.
World without war or world without poverty?
World without war.
Okay. Would you rather talk to your past self or future self?
Future self.
1 million now or 500 per day for 20 years?
500 per day for 20 years.
Okay. World without the internet or world without sex?
Ooh, without the internet.
Okay. 1 night in a real haunted house or 1 week alone in the woods?
Night in a real haunted house.
Okay. Be the only person in the world or get bullied every day?
Get bullied every day.
Okay. Be blind or be deaf?
Deaf.
Woo! That was good work. Man, you're winning right now. Winning, Ryan.
Ba-boom.
All right. We got Steven coming on.
There's no way he already finished.
Yeah, dude. He was so fast.
Wow.
All right. Steven, welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. So I got 10 questions for you. I'm going to start it after I get the first question out. The questions are basically going to be, would you rather have an apple or an orange? And then you just say the answer. We'll move on to the next one, all right?
Orange.
Fantastic. Okay. All right, I'm going to start the first question when I get to the end of it. Would you rather fly or be invisible?
Invisible.
Would you like a personal robot assistant or a talking animal companion?
Robot assistant.
Live without plumbing or live without electricity?
Without plumbing.
World without war or world without poverty?
Without poverty.
Talk to past self or future self?
Future self.
1 million now or 500 per day for 20 years?
500 per day.
Okay. World without internet or world without sex?
World without internet.
1 night in a real haunted house or 1 week alone in the woods?
1 week alone in the woods.
Be the only person in the world or get bullied every day?
Bullied every day.
Okay. And be blind or be deaf?
Be deaf.
Be deaf. All right. There we go. So we can bring everyone back on.
If you wouldn't talk so long, Chris, my time would be lower.
Is that what it was?
Zero. My freaking reaction was
It wasn't
so
even
fast.
satisfying because you didn't even look at the TV or the monitor.
I saw you putting hentai.
Oh, okay. No, yours
whatever.
on yours.
Oh, yeah. That's why I closed my eyes the whole time.
Did Steven beat me?
Nope, I have. No. So I wrote Ryan down as 5002 and Steven as 50.58. So Ryan is narrowly.
I literally
the victor.
answered Chris's questions millisecond after he finished. He talked longer.
Nope.
I'm going to analyze the tape, and I'm going to frickin' put a stopwatch on how long you talked, you asshole.
I mean, I had to get the question out, but I cranked it out. Everyone got the same speed on it. But now let's see what the results were. So all the CoinOp-ian fans out there, we want to hear who did the best. Okay, which one of your Cowboys crushed it, and which ones did terribly wrong? So we're going to give Ryan bonus points because he finished first, but let's see how it pans out. So question number 1, would you rather fly or be invisible? Steven was invisible, everyone else wanted to fly.
Yeah, because Steven's a creepy motherfucker and just wants to spy on everybody.
It's not even that. You can get invisible is infinitely better than flying. Go get hit by a fucking plane, you idiot. Go fucking breathe up in that oxygen.
Just don't fly too high, you dumbass.
Okay. Cool. Become like the world's like freaking. They're going to be obsessed with you. You're going to get no peace and quiet. People go, how is he flying? How is he flying? We need to study him for science.
Brother, you're going to end up on the fucking news, dude. You know how? They're going to be like a mysterious shit puddle showed up today in Norwalk.
If I learned anything from Harry Potter...
Nobody has any clues.
If I learned anything from Harry Potter, being invisible is like the most powerful thing ever.
Okay.
Very well. Very well.
I could literally win any fight ever
Harry
if I was
Potter.
invisible.
Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
All I need is what? Like powdered sugar?
Now, Steven, could you beat the guy that was flying?
Yeah. Well, he'll never
How?
find me.
Wait for him to land.
Pick you up.
Nice. All right. Next question. We have Ryan was the outlier. Ryan picked the animal companion. Everyone else picked the robot. Ryan, tell us why. Why the animal
Robot's
companion?
cold and sterile, but a animal companion. It's true companionship. It's not programmed to like me. It actually truly cares about me, and it's nice, warm, and cuddly.
Which animal would it be?
Probably be a tiger.
Tiger.
It'd eat
Nice.
you. Anyways, you know what's great about having a dog is it just loves you and it never talks to you, and you don't need to hear like, oh, why do you fucking jerk off every night? Like, oh, like why do you like call your ex every time you're drunk? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I don't need that. I just need a nice dog that loves me unconditionally. He's probably just gonna tell you the whole time, fucking feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me.
I wonder if it would get annoying. Like, would you have
annoying.
intelligent conversations, or would it just tell you what it truly is thinking at that moment?
Yeah, you want to go to the park? You want to go to the park? You want to throw my ball? You want to throw a ball?
You came
From my
back.
dog.
Nice.
Dude, okay.
All right, next one. Let's see here. We have Angel would be totally okay without electricity. The other two need their toilets. Let me know what you think.
Wait.
I said no. I said I'd rather live without plumbing.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I said that backwards. You're right.
Yeah.
Angel, no electricity. Ryan and Steven, totally fine shitting in a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do it
I don't-
anyways.
100%.
I don't need shit everywhere, guys. Have it flush, have it go away. I need running water. I need clean water. Electricity, what does it do? It just does fucking internet, which is great, but you could go fucking pick up a book, okay? Or fucking talk to somebody. You gotta shit. Everyone poops.
Yeah,
Enjoy
I'm gonna
your
poop in a
dark
hole and
nights.
bury it.
And then you're gonna have a fucking street full of poop, and then it's gonna go
No.
down the Ganges, and then you're gonna fucking pollute the cows, and you're gonna get fucking bullshit.
No, this is how you solve world hunger, because we're all going to shit in holes and bury it. The earth is going to be super fertilized, so our plants are going to grow faster than ever, be extra nutritious, so everyone's going to be fit and healthy, and we still have electricity for heat and entertainment.
What about water?
Nobody alive.
We still have water. You jump in a lake, you drink in a lake. That's where you bathe. Bathe and drink in a lake.
I don't think anybody alive could live without electricity. Nobody has like the fundamentals to long-term survive without electricity.
Well, if you knew how to start a fire and camp,
I'm saying that nobody does.
Well, no, because we have electricity.
Can't even
Nice.
run a modern hospital. Good luck. Whatever. We're so dependent on electricity.
So the next one I like seeing, it was Steven wanted to obliterate poverty. Everyone else wanted to obliterate war. That actually made a lot of sense because I feel like in the past topics, Steven has talked about the financial void between the rich and the poor people. So, Steven, no poverty, fix the equation, right?
Spoiler alert, he's a fucking commie.
Yeah.
Not a commie. I just think that once you get $1 billion, you get a fucking award, and you go back down to like 100 million. You got to start over. You know, like you can't have more than $1 billion. Prestige. Yeah, you think you're badass? Become a billionaire 10 times. That's badass. Don't be fucking hoarding all your money. Anyways, yeah, I just feel like eliminating poverty. I mean, there's always going to be war. I mean, I don't know. I guess
not if I eliminated it.
I guess. So yeah, I don't know because without poverty, a lot of things would be cool. A lot of people would have a lot better lives.
No, to eliminate
Without
poverty,
war.
that means yeah. No, to eliminate poverty, that means that everyone's on the same scale, but we're human. We're
We
human.
still fight over religion.
Okay. Yeah.
Resources?
Because we'd have war. If we had no
Yeah.
war, that would include religious fights and disagreements.
What? Yeah, whatever. But I guess I didn't. I mean, I haven't really thought too deep on it. But like, if you're gonna give me an option and a quick reaction, I'm gonna say, you know what? Say like all those kids in third world countries digging through trash piles trying to find something to eat or fucking whatever. If those kids could just not have to suffer, I think I'm gonna
Suffer. They got big bellies. They look full.
It's messed up, Ryan.
What a fucking dick! Did you
Almost
see
got me.
Did you see the latest Mr. Beast video? He
Oh,
dug.
Mr. Beast still makes videos?
Yeah, dude. He dug
He's
100
canceled.
wells.
Oh, Mr. Beast. I think you're
Mr.
talking
Beast.
about LA Beast.
No, Mr. Beast dug 100 wells in Africa.
Yeah.
Gave
Is he
them
that guy that
drinking water.
smiles for the video and cooks big meals?
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Oh, wait, Big's Meals. I don't know. I'll send you a link.
All right, that works. The next one, all three of you in unison on this one. You want to talk to your future self. Interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm a selfish fuck. Talking
Yeah.
to my past self, that means I'm giving advice to like somebody else. You know,
Oh, you
I
wanna
want the
collect?
advice. I want the advice.
Give
What am I going to fuck it
I
up?
actually agree with
Yeah.
Steven.
me the gambling answers.
Yep.
Solid. Next one on here. Let's see here. It was Angel wanted the 1 million now. The other two were patient. Did anybody do the math during the conversation?
I did.
Yeah?
No.
You want to give a ballpark on it?
Well, see, because we live in a... Wait, what do you mean? Ballpark?
The,
like what, the 500?
Yeah, the 500 for 20 years. Do you know how much that comes out to?
Oh, God, I don't have my calculator. I need my calculator. But
Nah.
basically, it's a lower monetary value
What's
than
500
a million
times
today.
20? What's 500 times 20?
That's... You would add a zero on the end. That's like $1 million.
10,000?
10,000. 20 years, you get $10,000.
10,000 times 365.
Oh. A day? It was a day?
Yeah, it was 500 a day.
Today.
Oh, a day?
Yeah.
Oh.
500 a day, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Times 20 years.
365,000 a year.
182,000
3.
times 20 years. For 20 years,
3,600,000.
3.65 million.
Yep.
Wait a minute. So if you depreciate it, if because you have to discount that
Yep. Inflation.
future value, yeah, and for inflation and because we're on fiat money, it's not on the gold standard. So a million today is worth more than a million later. I just assumed it was a million.
That assumes that I'm going to invest it. I'm not. If I get $1 million today, I'm buying myself a fucking house and that's it. I guess it's still...
Well, then you're investing it. You're investing it in real estate.
You know, I think the beauty of this question here, like on the previous question, it was I think when you have these rapid questions coming out, I think kind of your things you have deep down in your heart or your brain come to the surface. And the other thing is you don't think about things, so you don't do the math. You just go, this sounds nice. Let's go with it.
You know what I like? $500 a day for the next 20 years, even if it's not ultimately more money, is that I could take a lot more risk in my life trying things because I have a fixed income that's going to well support me, right?
Yep.
500 a day is enough money per week. And if I have $1 million now, you know, maybe I invest in a house, whatever. I don't have the spending cash. What if I go through a hard time, lose my job, you know, have a tragedy happen or something and I lose that money and now I'm fucking out of it and I have no other way of recouping. So
I guess that's like
was kinda-
lack of knowledge, you know, because you could just get that million thrown in the system, get your 3 to 6%, and you could just pay your taxes with that, you know, and whatever expenses. You could just do it that way. Or just
your
reinvest it
interest
back
pay-
into the system. And
what's the interest? Say 5% on. Well, it's not going to be 500 a day. You're not going to get interest payments, so you still have risking losing that. Whatever. Doesn't really.
that was a
matter.
good question, though. I didn't process 500 a day.
Everyone said they would be okay without internet because they need that lady time. I thought that was kind of unique. And I think it kind of speaks to it. We also have next one. Steven was not cool with the real haunted house. Is it because I used the word real?
Yes.
You're such a bitch, Steven. Just fucking man up.
Also, I watch a lot of what are they, bushcrafting videos on TikTok, and I honestly
Bushcrafting videos.
Bushcrafting is just any sort of exterior living where you're making your tools and you're building shelters and stuff like that.
I got one word.
What?
Bears.
Who said it has to be in bear country?
No, it's in the woods. What is in the woods? Bears. They shit in the woods, so they're there.
Whatever.
Bears beat Battlestar Galactica.
I feel like a week in the woods would actually be fucking awesome.
So a night in the haunted house.
Good luck
haunted house
dying.
would be great.
Not dying.
Why did you die? It's a ghost. It can't touch you.
It doesn't matter. It's real. It could possess you and kill you.
It's a specter.
Oh, I guess there's no movies about haunted houses killing anybody.
You mean make believe?
This is real.
I felt
your mind would be fucked for the rest of the time.
I'll send you a link.
This is why you lost, Steven.
the
milliseconds.
Next one on here was be the only person in the world or get bullied every day. And all three of you picked get bullied every day. And I think that on a very primitive level shows something that no matter what's going on in your life, you want someone to talk to, even if things are rough.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you guys a question based on this. How long are you surviving? How long do you think you'll survive if you're the last person on planet Earth? Everybody disappear tomorrow. Everyone. Except for you. How long are you lasting?
2 months.
I bet you the answer is not that big because we don't have the skills to, your cars are going to stop working after a few weeks. You don't know how to refine your own gas. Maybe Angel does, but you're not going to be able to produce your own gas. So you're kind of stuck in your own little world, walking distance, riding a bike distance. Do you know how to raise and butcher animals?
Yes.
Do you know how to fix yourself when you get sick? All those medications are going to expire soon. So after a year and a half, that little infection that you get from eating your shitty chicken that you don't know how to butcher, it's going to kill you.
Well, you can make the argument that you learn how to do that while you still have the medication so that when you don't have it, you won't
Better
make
hurry
that
up.
mistake. And also, why are you making your own gasoline? Where do you got to go? To work for the person that doesn't exist anymore?
Do you live next to all the natural resources that you're going to need for the rest of the time?
Well, I'm pretty sure the gasoline will still be there for me to get to my paradise, and then I won't need it anymore.
Okay, how long do you think you could live in paradise without modern technology? Do you have the skill set to survive?
Let me tell you something, okay? I am the greatest person to ever live.
All right, I'm asking a genuine question. Maybe you are that guy.
I am the person, okay? And I would probably last a week.
Have you guys watched Umbrella Academy on Netflix?
Yes, sir, Bob.
The first season.
So one of the number 6 or whatever, he gets teleported to the future, and he lives in a post-apocalyptic world for 50 years. And he basically goes crazy. He he found a mannequin, and that was his wife, and that's what he went for. And I think that's it. I think I could get by for a little bit, but it would eventually get to the point where there's just what is there to do? Just survive. It'd be tough. So that was good. And then everyone picked be deaf. I agree with that one too. I feel like the being blind would be more terrible.
You can't see boobs.
Also, being blind is this. Being blind has got to be the scariest thing to think of ever.
Yeah.
If you had sight and then all of a sudden you don't.
I'm already half deaf, so it's whatever.
I just don't want to not be able to not see. Seeing is so important.
I've grown used to it.
Yeah.
All right, that leads me to the second half of my subject, which is the
second half.
God. The scariest thing I ever heard was this dude was asking a blind person so what do you see? Do you just see black or what? And the blind person goes, no, you just see nothing. You don't see out of your toe, do you? I don't understand. My brain can't comprehend the concept of seeing nothing.
Well, I imagine that nothing is just pure darkness.
No, they said it's not darkness. It's just nothing. That's the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That sounds
my
pretty
biggest
terrible.
My biggest fear is becoming full on blind. I would rather just see darkness. I don't want to see what my toe sees. My toe doesn't see.
I feel like the nothingness must just be darkness, but you don't know how to describe it because you've never seen. So
maybe. Let's
I
hope.
can't see anything.
Let's hope.
I mean, is seeing nothing worse than just seeing
I don't know, because if you're
Blackness?
seeing nothing, that's just basically you're dead. Like, but you have your brain's still working, so you're seeing
For all
death
our
all the
blind
time.
listeners. Now you know how Steven sees you.
God, it's so scary. Take
All
away
our-
my ears.
Solid. Did anybody watch the Vikings Falcons game over the weekend?
I did not.
Red zone it. I red zoned it.
Yeah. Nice. You wanna go through it with me and talk about what happened?
Why not?
So let's talk about before the game. What happened to the Vikings QB?
Ooh, he popped that little Achilles tendon. Yeah,
Yeah.
go.
And Kirk Cousins was a pretty good quarterback, right?
debatable.
Debatable. Okay. So their lead quarterback goes down, and they have this next game coming up. What do they do?
They started a dude that sucked.
They
Are you talking about the game?
But before the game, they traded for Dobbs, right?
They traded for a tradesman quarterback. Yeah,
Yeah. And that guy Dobbs, he hadn't been in the NFL very long, right?
he's bounced around a bunch of teams. Nobody took him serious.
Yeah. So he gets traded. So it's like Wednesday, he arrives to the locker room, and then Sunday he has his first game. So first game starts, and they had their other backup quarterback, Jaron Hall. He played for 5 minutes. What happened, Steven?
I got bonked on the head.
Nice. So Dobbs got to go in. Now, do you want to describe what it must have been like being Dobbs going in at that moment and what he was thinking?
Feels like going into a podcast without a subject and not knowing if you're going to do good or not.
Solid. And I would also say he's the quarterback position is the most complex position in all of sports. So you have a guy who just arrived to training camp, and on Sunday he had to go in and play. So the few things that I was noticing here when this guy goes in is, one, Steven, do you think he knew the plays?
No.
So he had to go in and play with other guys who knew the plays, and he didn't know the plays. Did he know anyone's name?
No, probably not.
Probably not. Okay, so he goes out there and he's like, all right, let's do it. So he's on his own 5-yard line, and he hikes the ball. Do you know what the first thing that happened to him was?
I don't know. Got sacked.
He got sacked for a safety.
Oh, yeah.
So you enter, everyone's like, hey, we need this guy to come through, safety. And so the other team gets the 2 points and the ball back, and I think they kick a field goal or whatever, and then the Vikings get the ball back. They're like, okay, let me try this again. So then it's his turn again, and he goes in for it, and he fumbles it and turns the ball over, and the other team scores. So now he's done 2 terrible things with this new guy that has no idea what he's doing. Third try, what do you guys think happened?
Throws a pick.
Close. He threw a touchdown pass.
Oh.
Both teams start scoring. Falcons score a touchdown. Take the lead. We got 28-24, 2 minutes left. So the Falcons are leading by 4. Third down and 2. Dobbs throws a pass, connects, first down. 30-yard pass, Addison connects. 4th and 7. He scrambles for the first down. Then he's on a 3rd and 4, and he throws a touchdown pass, wins the game. Does anyone know what Dobbs' profession is?
He's an NFL quarterback.
Football player.
Yeah, but he has another profession. He actually went to school for something, and he was interning over the summer. Do you know what he went to school for?
He's a aerospace engineering.
Yes, and he interned at NASA over the summer. So while he was in the process of getting drafted and doing the doing summer work and whatnot, he was also interning at NASA, and they nicknamed him the Pastronaut.
Right on.
Yeah. So they win, and it's miraculous, right? Have you guys ever heard the saying of "no plan survives contact with the enemy"?
No.
No? Anybody? Nobody? So it came out during World War I, World War II. But hearing that, can anyone interpret what that means? No plan survives contact with the enemy.
That means everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And kind of like you have a plan, and then once the shit starts, it like goes out the window.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about... Go ahead.
I think nothing ever goes to plan. That's why the military does like a goal-oriented thing. It's like just get the goal done. However you get it done, just make sure you get the goal done. Get A, B, C, D done, and that's it. Nothing goes according to plan.
I would agree with that, and that's why you have like quadruple backup plans. I mean, I'm all for putting a plan together. Like even in my office, we have a saying: plan the work, then work the plan. But since the dawn of time, people have been putting plans together, and then something else changes it, and they have to adapt. And I think it's the person who adapts is usually the winner, right?
Correct.
So do you think the coaches planned on Dobbs playing that day?
Not originally.
No, because they had the other quarterback, right? They're like, hey, we got this new guy. He's been here since Wednesday. We'll kind of figure it out. So over the weekend, he had very limited interaction. But when their quarterback went down, they had two options, right? They had to make a quick, decisive decision. We're going to play this guy that doesn't know anything, or we're not. And maybe we'll just cancel the game. And they said, we're going to roll the dice and see what happens, right? So they get everyone together and say, hey guys, actually no, this is after the game's over, they are in the locker room and they're talking about it, and the coach comes up and the coach says, hey, step one to win this, we got everyone together and we said, we're going to win the pre-snap. So their original quarterback went down. They're in the process of bringing Dobbs in, but they get the whole team together on the sideline and say, hey, we're going to win the pre-snap. Anyone know what that means or what he was referring to?
No idea, actually.
So the pre-snap is everything that happens before the guy says hike, right? So the concept is, he said, hey guys, Dobbs and I are going to work this out, but I want every other person on this team to get themselves quickly and perfectly to their position on the line of scrimmage. They said, I don't want the quarterback looking around wondering if you're in the right spot. Okay, when we call the play, you're going to get there quick, so he doesn't have to look and go, hey, you got to move down a little bit. Hey, you're going to come this way. He's not going to have to worry about that. So they told the rest of the team, get to your spot quickly and perfectly. That was number one. Number two, you will conduct yourselves with the utmost care to reduce penalties. Do you guys know how many penalties the Vikings had?
I don't know. 0?
1 for 4 yards. A professional NFL team, 1 penalty for 4 yards, which is, I mean, Steven, that's pretty remarkable, right? When you look at
Sounds
an
like
average.
A typical Eagles game.
Ayo. So the third item is they said, hey, defense, you need to rise to the occasion. Okay, the offense is going to struggle. We're all acknowledging the offense is not going to go well. But defense, you need to keep us in the game. Keep it close while we get the offense figured out. So the defense had 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception. 3 times the Falcons were held out of the end zone and had to settle for a field goal. Defense stepped up. 4th item, we are not done adapting. So he was letting everyone know this isn't the first problem that's going to happen. We're going to have another problem during this game. They lost, so they started the game without their all-star Justin Jefferson. He's a wide receiver. They also lost the wide receiver KJ Osborne and running back Cam Akers to game-ending injuries. So it only got worse after they had to put Dobbs in. 5th one. Resilience is required by everyone. This is going to get tough. There's going to be errors. Our outlook is going to look bleak. But look past that. Focus on your job so Dobbs and coach can deal with the things looking bad. The rest of the team making choice on their own personal role with the 5 items above. Okay, that was everyone else figuring their stuff out, allowed Dobbs and the coach to figure everything else out. So, have you guys heard the name of some of these plays that are called in the NFL?
Eagle.
So, I have an example of one. Hop to gun king, trips right, tear 52, sway, all go, special, X swallow, cross H wide.
I heard swallow.
Heyo. So those are typical plays called. We don't really need to dissect it, but each one of those words means a specific thing. Like hop to gun is explaining the formation, and then the right tear is explaining what the running back's going to do, and the X shallow and cross H is explaining where the wide receiver is going to go, things like that. So the coach has made the decision to stay calm, and he wanted to use short, clear direction when he was talking to the quarterback. He's like, hey, look to your right. See that guy? That's Jordan. He's your wide receiver. Look to your left. That's KJ. Jordan, he's going to run a deep post. KJ is going to come right over the middle. Okay, when you say hike, that's where they're going to be. Figure it out. Now, the coach also did another thing. He put his pride aside, and he utilized this term called decentralized command from Jocko Willick's Extreme Ownership. Have you guys heard of decentralized command?
Yes, but can you remind us?
Yes.
I love Jocko.
Jocko's fantastic. So decentralized command is you have so let's say you have a coach and you have a quarterback. The coach is above the quarterback. So the coach is going to give direction to the quarterback, but he's not going to micromanage the quarterback so much. He's not going to say, look, you're going to run this play exactly how I want it, and if you don't do it, I'm going to take you out of the game. The coach said, here's the idea. I want you to go in this direction. I want this to be your lofty goal, and I want you to try and do that without getting sacked or having problems along the way. Then he put all the decision-making skills in the quarterback's option. And if you're out in the military, it's like, hey, I need you to get in that building, get the hostage, and get out. However you do that is up to you. And it works out because you have the guy in the field, boots on the ground. He's seeing all these things way more clearly than the management team is back at home base. And he's able to make a more reasonable call and decision at the time because he's a smart person. You know, and Dobbs, aerospace engineer, so he said, hey, here's the general idea. If it starts breaking down, figure it out. And he said, worst case scenario, use your legs. Result on those. If the plan goes to shit, just run, get the first down, and we'll try again. So, while this may have been exciting to watch, the analogy to life's game could not have been more perfect. I mean, guys, when I was watching this and this unfolding like a presentation, I started thinking that you can use all these things in life. So as you begin life, you plan to work hard in school to get good grades, or you focus on a skill or a trade. After high school, you plan on entering the best college for your degree. Or maybe you want to find a job that allows you to cultivate those skills, those innate skills that you've kind of discovered in yourself. Then as you get going, you plan to climb the corporate career or the corporate ladder. Or maybe you plan to travel the world in search of dreams, or you plan to find that special somebody and start doing a family. You plan out this most exquisite story that its autobiography will be one for the ages. But then what happens? Life shows up. And it shows up like a yard bully looking for lunch money. It begins tearing out pages. It abruptly closes the routes. It shakes up the timelines. It crushes motivation until you are left alone amongst the rubble of a once glorious dream. It's tough. And I've been there. I mean, you guys have been there. Okay? All the Cowboys have been there. But the absolute best thing you can do is to not stay there. Make the choice. That's the key thing I want to drive home today is we're making the choice to do something different about your circumstance. The men who charged the field in Minnesota, they did their 6 things that I want to point out. These are things that you want to incorporate for life. Number 1, plan on changes to your life. Plan on it. Plan that changes are going to happen. Bend, don't break. Number 2, regardless of what is going on around you, focus on your job, your actions, your ability to make choices. You can't just sit here. Number 3, at all times, conduct yourself with the utmost care. You never know when someone is going to look for a reason to throw a penalty flag at you in life. Number 4, great moments are born from great opportunity. Seize the chance. Number 5, be resilient. Run your race with purpose and perseverance. 6, lastly, trust your instincts. Be decisive and keep moving forward. And the last thing I got to say is congratulations to the Minnesota Vikings and thank you for showing us how life can be done.
Hoorah.
I'm sure they'll play this in their locker room
They goddamn well should.
for inspiration.
I'm ready, baby. Let's go play some football. I'm fucking fired up.
Yeah!
Woo!
Thanks for the inspiration.
Hell yeah, dude. But fucking banana bread at work, dude? Hell yeah.
Thinking that one.
Yeah. Dude, for the last like 3 days, we've been playing that shit. Every time like Brittany and I look at each other, we're like, skunks? Hell no, dude. But banana bread? Oh god, that's great, man. Hell yeah, that's such a good message, man. I didn't know that. That's such a good, search. And you freaking nailed it, dude. That's exactly how the military operates. It's like, okay, this is the goal. you guys get it done, and if you don't meet expectations, we're going to reevaluate. So, hell yeah. And it's very applicable to our lives.
That speech Chris just gave is like exactly what he tells Tanya when he wants to sit down and watch football all day long. He tells her this huge, long, elaborate fucking story about why he needs to watch football and how he's drawing life lessons from it, and it makes him a better man. And, you know, I applaud you, Chris.
I used to do that to my parents about video games. I'm like, this is going to teach me math, or this is going to teach me about history.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But you know, in this, like, I have this nice, like, 50-inch TV, and you know what looks fantastic on that?
Porn?
Blippy.
Oh.
A 65-inch TV for free.
What Blippy? Blippy for my children. Why I watch NFL Red Zone on my cell phone, which is about big.
Dude.
I know the struggle, baby.
Porn for me. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. You're good?
Good.
Okay, very cool. Thank you so much, Chris, for sharing that. All you CoinOp-ians, I hope you take something very important from that away, which is, you know, stick to the plan, and if the plan doesn't pan out, there's always room for variables and life to throw at you. So with that, I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you so much for hanging in there. And anything else you guys want to say to our CoinOp-ians? We'll go around the horn, since it's kind of like you all want to speak at the same time, but then nobody wants to speak at the same time. So we'll go around the horn. Start with Ryan.
Good night. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Steven?
Just remember, leave the Hershey's for Halloween, not for your pants.
What? Okay, thank you, Steven. And Chris?
Hey, cowpoke out there. When it's 4th and short, always do what the sausage king of Chicago says, and frickin' go for it.
Attaboy. Dub Bears. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe, follow, rate us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.